chatting fuckers. Welcome back to another exciting and action-packed installment of your favorite Friday show, the Friday Wrap-Up. Well, we got a hell of a week today. Listen, it's been a fucking crazy week for me this week, I gotta tell you. I was looking forward to the wrap-up, I think, more than anybody. But before we get today's show kicked off, I'm going to tip my hat to today's libation. I figured I needed a cold beer. Why not? I mean, it's Friday, it's happy hour, and what better beer to quench your weekly thirst than with a nice cold amber, beautiful Yingling. So salud to drink up and be somebody. Well, here we are, another week down, and we're we're down two more vaxxed celebs over the age of 65. First, we lost the iconic rocker, who I have to say I always enjoyed, Meatloaf. He was definitely a character, but he's well known by his albums, Bat Out of Hell, Bat Out of Hell 2. I think he only did 2, to be honest with you, but it's probably one of the biggest selling albums in musical history. It contains such classic hits as that wedding wonder, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I think the song runs like fucking 20 minutes. It's got Phil Rizzuto in it. It's about a guy trying to get his dick wet, you know what I mean? And he's promising the girl all kinds of things, and then he ends up marrying her, and he's stuck with her until the end of time. And then, of course, my personal favorite, I want you, I need you. Oh, there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. And don't be sad, girl, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And no, I've only had one beer. It's a variety show, so I like to give you a little bit of variety. A little song, a little dance, a little comedy, a little politics, a little sports, a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything for everybody. So, yeah, we lost Meatloaf. He was 74 years old. They haven't released his cause of death, but you know what? His health was on the decline. The guy was he was a disaster. I mean, I think he had like COPD and he had all kinds of shit, and he was wearing wigs to perform shows, and he stopped wearing the wigs, and then he would need oxygen after he performed. Anyway, he retired from performing at 74. I would hope so, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate he passed away. We're gonna miss him. Here you go, Meat. That's to you, salud. Which, incidentally, his birth name was not Meatloaf. I think it was a nickname his father gave him because he was a fat kid. He was born Marvin Lee Ade from Texas. He's a Texas kid, so there you go. And then we also lost the chubby little comedian Louis Anderson, who was 68 years old. Now, Louis Anderson was pretty popular in the 80s. I mean, he had a couple little ebbs and flows, as the years went on, but he was a fairly well-known comedian. Apparently, he died from complications of lymphoma. That's what they're saying. That's the official record. Now, like I said, goes back to what I said a couple of weeks ago. I tend to agree with Hulk Hogan on this one. All right, Hulkster, you and me, buddy. It's just a little too coincidental that we've just had a flood of celebrities that have been dying who all were over the age of 65 and all got boosted. So I'm not here spreading fucking vaccine misinformation. Oh my God, I don't want the fucking tree who is on The View to censor me like they're trying to do to poor Joe Rogan. But I'm just saying. Listen, I just point out the coincidences. Okay, you people do with it as you feel. All right. Probably wondering what the rest of my shirt says. So there you go. Little Friday wrap-up T-shirt humor for you. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's dive right in, kids. So the Hochul Hoedown. Well, this fucking governor is quickly proving that she is a fucking incompetent broad. She's an imbecile. The woman does not know what she's doing. Clearly, she's a drunk. Okay, just the way she talks. I mean, she's no stranger to a bar room. Let me put it to you that way. Which doesn't make her a bad person. Don't get me wrong. I mean, one of my favorite places to be in life is in a bar. But she really is a fucking retard. between the mask mandates for the schools, which I'm going to get into, and she's feuding with my friend Mayor Motherfucker. Okay, this guy. Listen, like I said, it's too early to judge whether I like him or I don't like him, but I don't dislike the guy. I mean, he is entertaining to watch him. Still, I'm gonna give him like 6 months probation. All right, that's I think that's fair. Okay, but he is trying. I don't agree with everything that he does, but he has a plan to combat crime in the city, which it's a fucking demilitarized zone. So they got to turn in all their fucking plans to Albany, and Hochul shot it down. Said, no, this is too progressive. You gotta, loosen up a little bit. He's like, are you fucking kidding? This is a man who was a cop. He was on the job for however many fucking years he was on the job. He was a goddamn beat sergeant, for Christ's sake. So, political affiliations and all of that shit aside, I don't understand how a cop is a Democrat, but that's a story for another day. Leave the man alone. Let him do his fucking job. He's got to unfuck this whole goddamn city that DeBlasio fucked up, okay? So let him, when it comes to crime and policing the city, let the man do his fucking job, you dumb hoa. Shut the fuck up, okay? Listen, I got nothing against female politicians. I mean, I know you're thinking, oh my God, he's misogynistic. He doesn't like women empowerment. No, I don't have a problem with that, okay? You want to put a skirt in charge of something? Be my guest. Just find one that's fucking competent and's got some semblance of fucking intelligence. Is it too much to ask for? Okay? I am sure there's a few of them out there, okay? Where are all of the intelligent female politicians? That's all I'm asking, okay? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on, your COVID special report. Well, this week has been a fucking roller coaster of hopes and dreams for these poor young children that are going to school all fucking face wrapped and shit. Now, earlier in the week, a New York Supreme Court judge, matter of fact, Supreme Court Long Island overturned Hochul's mask mandate, saying that it was unconstitutional. And that's, every, like, Massapequa school districts, all the school districts in Nassau County were just like, woohoo, let's go. So, they told kids they didn't have to come to school with a fucking mask. Now, this was left up to school districts to really enforce, okay? Some schools weren't going along with that. They wanted to leave the mask mandate in place in their school. Parents had an issue with that, naturally, because, listen, you know me. I think these masks are fucking useless, and I think they do more damage to kids than they do good, okay? Kids they have no facial recognition. First of all, when they're learning, they need to see pronunciation of words. They need to see facial expressions. That's very key. It's critical, especially younger kids. They can't read facial expressions. When you're covered up like this, you can barely fucking hear what anyone's saying, okay? It's a social nightmare. These kids are developing tics. They're developing all kinds of fucking behavioral problems, and it all stems back to these goddamn masks. So, to me, this is fucking child abuse, okay? So, her mandate got overturned. Some other fucktard, the Albany immediately filed an appeal, and some other fucking liberal cocksucker judge put a stay on the turnover. So, mask mandate came back. So, the kids were able to go maskless for about a day. It makes no fucking... And guess what? Nobody got COVID in that day. Now, there was a school in Manhasset, which is all, they're all hoity-toities. They left their mask mandate in place, and some parents told their children, no, it's not a law anymore. If you don't want to wear your fucking mask, don't wear it. And a bunch of kids did not wear it. And this school, and of course, they're going to Google it, because I saw it. I had to Google it. This school locked their kids in the fucking library. All the maskless kids got physically locked in the goddamn library. Okay, not the worst place in the world to get locked in. I mean, there's some books. You can keep yourself entertained. You read, you learn something. But, I mean, could you imagine a parent, you get a fucking phone call that the school locked your kid up in the goddamn library? I'd be doing 25 to fucking life on that shit. Okay? So it's gone fucking crazy. So now that the mask mandate is back, parents are just well, it's not back. There's just a stay on the order until the appeal decision is made. Whatever. So, has to go before the appellate court. Anyhow, so parents are just losing their fucking minds. So Hochul gives a press conference. And she goes on to the press conference saying, listen, kids, sometimes you have to just tell them what to do. My daughter, when she was in kindergarten, threw a fit because she didn't want to wear sneakers to school. But, I made her wear them. Now, she's trying to compare masks to sneakers. First of all, as you could say, I know a thing or two about fucking sneakers. So I'm going to say this. If your kid doesn't want to wear sneakers, there's something fucking wrong with it. Okay? Especially Hochul's kid. What kid doesn't want in kindergarten don't want to wear fucking sneakers? Okay? I don't understand. I've never seen it in my life. Okay, next. Sneakers do not stop you from fucking breathing. They don't stop you from learning. They don't stop you from social interactions. Matter of fact, sneakers improve social interactions. Masks don't. Okay, masks stop kids from fucking understanding and reading faces and certain facial expressions. They stop social interaction. They impede it. Okay, you can't tell if someone's smiling, laughing, sticking their tongue out at you, get pissed off, nothing. You can't tell nothing. Plus, it's impeding their ability to learn. Okay, just look at the scores. Test grades and shit like that. Boom, they fucking plummeted. So it's doing more harm than good. Okay, kids are getting social anxiety because the masks and everything, and then if God forbid, it's not right, then they get shamed by these fucking kids that have liberal idiot fucking parents. And most of these kids are wearing a goddamn mask under their nose because they can't fucking breathe. You can't physically have a goddamn mask on your face for 8 hours a fucking day. Okay? Even Batman didn't have a mask over here. He had one up here. Not that really did much, but you know what I'm saying. So this fucking woman is she's garbage. Garbage. No wonder why fucking Cuomo kept her locked up in the back of the fucking governor's mansion. No wonder why he didn't want to play with her tits. Anyhow. All right, kids. Get those tickets out. We're about to hop on to that magical, maniacal express into mayhem and fuckery. All aboard! Crazy trains leaving the station. Okay. First stop, Suffolk County, Long Island. Now, every so often, I when I get bored, I pop onto TLC just to see what kind of fucking fuckery is happening on that channel. And there's a new show. I think, well, it's new to me. Actually, it's a show about a girl named Shauna Ray. Lives out in Suffolk. Which doesn't surprise me, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. This girl is 22 years old, but looks like she's 8 years old. I swear to God, take a look. And she's also 3 feet fucking tall. So, there's that. So now here's the premise of the show. So the show is about this girl now what happened was when she was a baby, she had cancer, I think brain cancer, which that's nothing to laugh about. And what it did was it kind of fucked up her pituitary gland, basically put it to sleep. So by the time she hit 8 years old, that was it. Her bones were fused. She was done growing like that. Boom, that's it. So she stayed like that permanently. So she looks I guess she hasn't aged because she looks like she's physically 8 years old. She looks and sounds like she's 8 years old, but the girl is really 22. So the whole show is about her trying to live a normal life like a regular 22-year-old person. You think back to what you did when you were 22. I know what I did when I was 22. Running around, drinking, carrying on, partying, all kinds of shit. Now, here's a girl who's 22 years old, ready to do that, and she looks like she's fucking 8. Could you imagine this chick coming into a fucking bar to go, no children in the bar? She's 8 years, she looks 8 years old. And the thing is, she wants to, find a boyfriend. Oh, yeah. How the fuck is this girl gonna date? Anybody that's willing to date this girl, you have to question. Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, she says, she gets hit on by creeps. Yeah, no shit you get hit on. You're 8. First of all, if I'm sitting in a bar or something, right, and I see her making out with a guy who's in his 20s, 30s, I'm gonna fucking lay the guy out because she looks like a baby. She's 3 feet fucking tall. She's smaller than a goddamn elf. She's got to sit on a bar stool in a booster seat. She looks like she's 8. Like she went and got a tattoo and they're like, we can't tattoo children. She's like, no, I'm fucking 22. So, I mean, anybody that swipes right on this girl's dating profile should have their hard drive checked for like kitty porn. Who's dating you? You look, first of all, at 8 years, she looks 8 years old. The only thing that this girl should really do is go date a fucking 8-year-old and just pretend that she's 8 because she looks that way. I mean, no 8-year-old boy is going to fucking have a problem with that, I guess, Oh my God. So one of the shows, they set her up on a blind date. I mean, these fucking producers on these shows are real fucking scumbags. Okay, they're scumbags, I'm going to tell you why. So, like I said, she looks like she's an 8-year-old kid. Right? You got to watch the show because it freaks me the fuck out. I'm like, because she's got the maturity of a 22-year-old. She sounds like she's 22, but it's like coming out of an 8-year-old kid. Like it's just, it's like Baby Herman. Like it fucks me up. So anyhow, so they set her up on a blind date. Now, I mean, you couldn't find a short guy. I mean, they set her up with a 6-foot black guy, and like he shows up and he's like, "Yo, man. Am I being punked?" Now, I mean, this poor fucking guy's probably thinking, I can't be out with this little ass white girl. She look like a baby. They gonna lock my ass up. I mean, this guy would legitimately get his fucking ass kicked. If I, I mean, what are you gonna? And so he takes her axe throwing. Fucking hatchets are bigger than this. I mean, how the hell this kid didn't kill herself? I don't know. So, it's just, you gotta tune into TLC just to watch the show. I don't know what it's called. Google it. But, the girl's name is Shauna Ray. And like I said, she's from Suffolk County. All the freaks live in Suffolk. Listen, the shit that they put on this channel. TLC should really just change their name to, what the fuck is that channel? You know what? I give you permission. I won't sue for copyright infringement at all. I promise, okay? And you know something? I was brainstorming this today. I have a great idea for a TLC mashup between all the fatties, because every show on that fucking channel is either about fat people or midgets. So, I said, you know what? I got an idea. We have a mashup between all the fat people and all the midgets, and it could be a game. Who kills their partner first? So, you have one of the 1,000-pound sisters, Fat Tammy, that's the size of a goddamn Greyhound bus, okay? You pair her up with a midget. I mean, she'll probably dip that midget in magic shell and then eat it. Could you imagine? She's just dunking it, holding it into a fucking, a tub of, magic shell, the bubble stop, and the midget comes out like this. Well, she could drown a midget in magic shell and eat it while she fart blasts another one into the wall. Tenderize him for the next round. Big fat fabulous Wendy could she could be fat dancing and then fall on her midget and smother it in one of her sweaty rolls. Jesus Christ, what a horrible way to go. That pumpkin dwarf, the roll-off guy that's got the pumpkin farm, he can throw pumpkins at the other 1,000-pound sister as she's trying to run away and then run her over with a tractor. He definitely looks like an angry dwarf. I could see him doing that, okay? He don't look right. He looks disgruntled. I mean, I can understand. His little midget wife left him for a regular person. Next stop, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, the hometown of my beloved brew, Yuengling. Well, the makers of Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, are trying to copy Yuengling's logo. I don't know if you could see this here. You see, Yuengling has that eagle. They've had it ever since. Remember, it's the oldest brewery in America, bar none. That's their claim to fame, and that's true. I've even verified that. So, Anheuser-Busch is changing their logo to a similar Eagle, you know? So, I guess they're probably hoping it makes them a better beer. Well, good luck, okay? Next stop, since we're in the Granite State, we're going to swing on over to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, home of the Amish, and also, fun fact, home of M&M Mars. Yeah, you have Hershey, and then you also have M&M Mars. So I got to dive in a little bit on M&Ms here. Sorry, Uncle Mick. But you might want to hit the pause button or go get yourself a snack. They have announced that they are making the M&M characters, wait for it, more inclusive with the woke community. So, a question pops into my head when I see this. What the fuck are they gonna do? They're gonna make the M&Ms gay? I mean, gay? They already have they took the brown M&M and made her a black woman, okay? And then what the fuck? What do they need next? A trans M&M? What are they gonna do? You know, take the peanut M&M and have his nut removed, and then now he's plain? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! What are they gonna do? Make the yellow M&M Asian? Tastes like an egg roll. If you eat more than one, you get COVID, all right? I mean, put a disclaimer on the fucking package. God forbid they have a white M&M. Holy fucking shit. Okay, I think Nancy Pelosi would finally drop dead of a stroke. I think, I could be wrong, but I think like one Halloween, like on a Halloween commercial, they dressed the red M&M up like an Indian chief. Which I could see how. I mean, it would be appropriate, I guess, but I could see how someone would think that was racist. But they're not saying the M&Ms are red. They just want to make them more inclusive. Nobody asked them to do this, by the way. That's just, these fucking panicky fucks in corporate. I mean, leave the fucking M&Ms alone. I don't understand why you got to start. It's candy, okay? It's fucking candy. Who gives a fuck if the candy you're shoving into your face is woke or not? All right? You want to do something to them? Okay, I got an idea. You give the dark brown M&M like a big chocolate thick, okay? You know what? It could be a Snickers bar attached to the M&M. There you go, cross-branding. You're welcome, all right? And then you send that chocolate M&M with the big Snickers dick into like a speed dating thing. This is a commercial, by the way, okay? And they could set them up, So they put them in, and it goes around from table to table going, hey, baby, it melted in your mouth, not in your hands, okay? You know what? They should set him up with the 8-year-old looking 22-year-old. Kids like candy. Hey, little girl, I heard you like chocolate. Go on, it's packed with nuts. My Snickers really satisfies. And it's not creepy because it's technically candy. It's not even a human. I mean, and to further throw some more gas on the fire, let's swing to the right a little bit here and head on over to California, Anaheim, California. Disney headquarters. Now, for years, just as like a reference, I was explaining a particular type of thing. I made a joke how Disney always has like these. They take like the classic cartoons and they make these live action versions of them. And I always made a joke that what are they going to do when they have to are they ever going to make a live action Snow White and Seven Dwarfs? Well, it's happening. It's happening. First of all, they've cast Snow White. She's not white. That's the point. She's Snow White. She should be a Snow White girl, right? No, they made her Puerto Rican. Could you imagine a Puerto Rican Snow White? Mira, what you doing over there with the manzana? I mean, what the fuck? Is this Snow White in Puerto Rico? Sorry. Wait. Peter Dinklage. You know the little fucking dwarf from Game of Thrones? Okay, he was an elf. He was the angry, Will Ferrell called him the angry elf. Well, he apparently has a problem with this. He was on a podcast or an interview, and he's saying that they shouldn't do it, that they should just bury Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's harmful to fucking whatever. First of all, here's a midget complaining about, he doesn't like the name. So what do you want to do? You want to do? Call it fucking Snow White and the Seven Little People? Okay? That sounds like the title of a kiddie porn. Okay, what we gonna do? Mira, Snow White, and this hairy little Puerto Ricans, you know? What the fuck? First of all, because this, I mean, it gives the midgets a job. Okay? I mean, listen, Peter Dinklage, his name even sounds midgety. Shouldn't say shit, because every fucking role he was cast in wasn't because he was a good actor, it's because he's a fucking dwarf. Okay, they make fun of him like on Game of Thrones. They used to make fun of his size, right? On fucking elf, they called him an angry elf. He ran across the top of a table. Regular sized people don't fucking do that. Okay, humans don't run across the top of a table and jump over. I mean, what's the big fucking deal? 7 dwarfs. First of all, the 7 dwarves are all going to be CGI'd because God forbid Disney actually casts real midgets like they used to do back in the day, like with like the Wizard of Oz. Okay, they employed a whole fucking village of midgets. So now all these midgets have to suffer because of Peter Dinklage. That's what I'm saying. And just to throw it out there, they've also said Minnie Mouse is no longer going to wear dresses. They've changed Minnie Mouse into a pantsuit wearing liberal lesbian. Okay? They basically want to make Minnie Mouse into Hillary Clinton. Sorry, Mickey. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, oh, Minnie, what are you doing on Daisy? Oh. Poor Mickey, poor fucking mouse. He wants to get a little something. I mean, listen, they're changing things that haven't even offended people, okay? I mean, who the fuck is offended by the fact that Minnie Mouse is in a skirt? If that's what you're worried about in life, that Minnie Mouse is wearing a dress because she's a girl, kill yourself. If the M&Ms bother you, kill yourself, okay? If you think Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs is like unwoke, fucking kill yourself twice. What do you want me to tell you? It's a goddamn kiddie movie. Holy fucking balls, what's happening in the world is just making my skull ache. All right, kids, your sports update. NFL, well, last week my picks were a fucking disaster. I don't know, I must be getting rusty. I mean, I did have the 49ers by 3, which most people thought, I might have fixed the game, but I lost my ass on the rest of them. First of all, I thought I had the Buffalo Chiefs game, and I did. I had it cold, right? Until fucking they hit overtime. They need to get rid of that stupid fucking overtime rule and just let each team have a shot at running the ball. Sudden death in football is just fucking retarded, okay? Buffalo got royally fucked on this one, okay? Because I know they would have scored on the next drive. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. They scored on every single fucking, like the last 3 drives up until the coin toss for overtime. Okay, bullshit. This Sunday's your conference playoffs. Bengals and Chiefs at 3, and 49ers and Rams at 6:30. I like the Chiefs for 7, and I think I'm going to do the Rams for 10. Okay, they really fucking turned it up. I mean, Brady, I gotta say, and I don't really say this often, but Brady played a good game. I mean, he started off slow, but he came back strong. He's a dangerous quarterback. I've always said that about him. But they fucking kicked his ass. So much so that he's actually contemplating retiring. I said he should have retired last year, go out on top like Peyton did, but no, he got hungry, so he got greedy. NHL, Rangers and Wild tonight at 8, and they play the Kraken, Seattle Kraken, Sunday at 8, sorry. Islanders play the Kraken Saturday at 2, and Sunday they play the Wild at 7:30. So, they're flip-flopping back and forth. NBA, your Nets and Warriors Saturday at 6:30. Knicks and Bucks tonight at 10. Bulls and Spurs tonight at 8:30. And the Trailblazers, they play Sunday at 3 o'clock. Okay, kids, on What the Fuck Is That? We're going to talk about butt lifters. Okay, so, this weekend, I was out and about, so I stopped into this bar. And the bartender was a chick, and she was one of those girls that wasn't that pretty, but thought she was pretty, and she was like, you could tell she's got some mileage on her, and like she had like the Botox and the lips, and she's just But anyway, she turned around. I noticed her ass was. I look, okay? I said it. Oh my God. Oh, this is a pig. I'm a guy, okay? I'm a heterosexual male. I look, all right? I'm not bothering nobody. I'm not in there motorboat, nothing. I just look. Anyhow, her butt didn't look right. Like, you know, like an ass has a nice shape. You know, it's like, whoop. Like, it came out, it was like rounded, but like pointed. Like, it was like something was pushing it up. And I'm looking, she was wearing like, you know, leggings. And now I gotta like look harder, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this girl's ass? And I realized I could see it, the outline. She's wearing an ass lifter, like they have underwear. And I guess when she pulls that thing down, it's like, it must look like a fucking pancake. But like, it didn't look right. Like, it looked like she was sitting on a shelf. Like her ass was just like, whoop, like it was like a big like it was like the cheek. Like the cheek was like up here, you know what I mean? Like it didn't look right. So as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, do they have such a thing as fucking butt lifters? Take a look. So I Google it, and what comes up? Butt lift. And where can you get it? Walmart. I mean, the things that nowadays you meet a chick, right? And you get lucky. By the time you get this girl home and she gets everything off of her, she's not even fucking human anymore. Like, you see a girl, she's got pretty eyelashes, nice hair, you know, the cannons are nice, you know, the ass is all nice. But then when she starts taking shit off, the eyelashes come off, the hair is extensions, you know, the fucking boobs are like made out of, they're not even tits, like she's got like a rubber thing in there, she's like hung like a tic tac, and then like you pull the fucking the underwear down, and all of a sudden her ass goes from here to, you know, I'm like, what the fuck? It's deceiving. Like, Spanx and shit, like, you know, like everything looks nice and curvy, and then all of a sudden they get undressed, and it's like you're catching things. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know? I mean, it's like when people have like the gastric bypass, when they're like fucking like 900 pounds, they're better off being fat. I'm telling you, because when they lose all that weight, like then you just have loose skin. And like the skin, to have it like all like cut and removed, it's painful and it's expensive. So they spend all their money, you know, wrapping their stomach up rather than just dieting. Okay, and then like melts the fat off fast. So, like now it looks like you got like empty garbage bags for arms and shit. So like they have to wear like these sleeves and like Spanx and stuff. And then when you get one of them home and you start taking shit off, I mean, you got to like move, because I mean, things are going to start flying out at you. It's dangerous dating. That's why I stay by myself. It's nice. Okay, kids. Got excited. Unwrite a racist. Put my old man spectacles on. All right. So here we go. Indian is the language spoken by the second highest number of people behind only Mandarin Chinese. Well, that's racist. You're probably thinking of Hindi. India is a country, not a language. Try again, you uncultured fuck. Okay, kids, your PSA. So again, I was out and about. Even this week, I checked out a country night. Just for the hell of it. I was just in the area, I walked in, and it just happened to be country night. They had a country band, which I thought was not bad. The band was good. I just stopped in, had a burger, had a beer, and I bounced. But in the time frame that I was there, what I saw was just disturbing. Okay, I love country music. I got no problem with that. And you know something? I'm no stranger to cowboy boots. Okay, I personally like them. Okay, I only ride my motorcycle in cowboy boots. I got no problem with that. So, you know, you want to go to country night, you want to put on like a button-down shirt, you throw your jeans on, you throw your boots on. Okay, look the part. I get it. I would do the same. But there's some do's and don'ts. So if you want to check out a country night, let me help you guys out a little bit, okay? Not that I'm considering myself some fucking, like, you know, Texas outlaw or nothing like that, because I don't even own a cowboy hat. Well, actually, I do, but that's a long story. It's in storage somewhere. I haven't seen it in years. But anyhow, First of all, let's start with the boots, okay? Now, one of the good things about country night is the chicks, okay? Because even the ugliest girl doesn't look that bad if they're wearing cowboy boots and form-fitting jeans, as long as they have the form that you like, okay? To each their own. That's all I'm going to say. Now, there's really not a lot of... A girl can't really go wrong, okay, on country night. Okay, they could wear their boots over their jeans. They could wear their jeans over their boots. They could wear tight jeans, loose jeans, whatever, skirt, dress. You really can't go wrong if you're a chick at country night. Now, the guys, I know you're chasing the fucking cowgirls, but you know what? You're doing it wrong, okay? So, first of all, guys, if you're going to wear jeans with cowboy boots, you do not wear fucking nut huggers, okay? You can wear a straight cut jean. That's fine. Now, second thing. If you're wearing boots, you do not, I repeat, you do not wear your boots over your jeans unless you're a Kansas City cupcake. You get me? Okay? It looks ridiculous. You look like a queen. You might as well be running around in fucking assless chaps. And if you're in assless chaps and you're just in a regular bar, you're at the wrong spot. Go to the Blue Oyster. I'm sure you'll be very popular over there. Okay? Now, again, gentlemen, dress correctly. I do not believe that east of Texas you should have a cowboy hat out in public, especially in fucking New York. If you gotta wear something on your head, wear a regular, like, baseball cap or a trucker hat or something, okay? That's a little country-ish. There's no reason why you need to be walking around with a fucking Stetson. But if you're gonna do that, then you better be wearing fucking cowboy boots. And, like, a cowboy shirt, look the fucking part, okay? If you're wearing, like, a cowboy hat, even a t-shirt's passable, but if you're wearing a fucking cowboy hat and Skechers, dude, stay the fuck home. I saw a guy wearing a goddamn cowboy hat and New Balance. Of course, he was 80, but still, stay home, all right? Then there was a couple of Oriental chicks. They were like, they looked like they were fucking 12. They were like, thin as a goddamn rail. Looks like they just got here from Beijing. They had a fucking face mask on like this and like glasses. All you saw were the glasses. It looked ridiculous. These two should have just been escorted, never even let in, okay? Because they look ridiculous. If you go into a fucking bar and you're walking around the bar with your mask on, stay home. If you think this coffee filter is going to work at a crowded fucking bar, stay home, okay? Because you're just irritating everyone else. Next. Let's talk about what they do. Okay? Usually when people go to these country nights, it's for line dancing, which is the most enragingly stupid fucking thing I've ever seen, okay? Listen, I've been down south, I've been to Nashville, I've been a couple places. Most of these honky-tonk joints do not do country line dancing. Maybe in a Texas barn, you know, a square dance, they might do like one or two of these things, but for the most part, it's just dance. It's like a regular fucking person. I don't know what to tell you. You look ridiculous. It's like, you know, and these people take it seriously. They got like the boot scoot now, and they got the hand on the belt buckle, and get the fuck out of here. First of all, line dancing is not for men. It's for women only. You look, if you're a guy and you're doing the line dancing and you're kicking, and you look like a fucking $3 bill. What's the matter with you? And then you wonder why you go home by yourself, you know, rubbing yourself raw. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. And then they're promenading around. And get the fuck out of here. What are we, at a rodeo? Listen to the music, dance like a regular person, and stop it. You want to go to Texas? Get on a fucking plane and go to Texas. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.